All right, so like I said, guys, big week ahead for crypto. We've got CPI data dropping Thursday morning, and then the big one, the Fed interest rate decision on September 17th. So really a big month for crypto altogether. That's what the markets are watching, and that's why we're seeing some serious setups right now. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Dogecoin all coiled up and ready to move. Some leading the pack, like Doge, already bouncing around the 25-cent level, looking for a breakout above 25 cents. I've got some levels for you to watch. We're going to take a look at it. So here's the deal. If inflation does cool on Thursday, the Fed has room to cut. That's rocket fuel for risk assets like crypto. If they stay hawkish, we might get a little dip before the pump, but either way, smart money is already positioning. That's why you want to know the levels now, not after the move. Because right now, it's already getting priced in with Dogecoin leading the way on the DOGE ETF news and the upcoming rate cuts with the probability now sky high. Bitcoin is trading still around 110,000, 111,000, right below 112K. The key support is down where we're at currently at 111,000. If this holds and we reclaim $113,000, Bitcoin has a clear path to 115,000. If it loses 111,000, then I'll sit on my hands and wait for a retest closer to 110 before looking for any longs. ETH is sitting around $4,290 right now currently, right below that $4,300 level, and it's been consolidating tight between 4,300 and right under 4,400. And that seems to be the line in the sand for Ethereum. If ETH does push above that and holds, alts will definitely rip. I'm waiting patiently, guys, so patient here for this breakout moment, because once it does break, it is going to run, and it's going to run really fast. XRP, honestly, just a beautiful, beautiful setup for XRP on the daily. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Trading right around $3, tight range between $2.93 and $3.03. If we can break and close above $3.05, right up here, right here, if we can break and close above this, we're going to see a lot of momentum for XRP. The daily MACD already looks bullish. We have a massive daily breakout. I mean, you just can't be more bullish for XRP right now. You know, we might get a little bit of chop right here, but honestly, I think XRP is just waiting for the market to catch up, just like Dogecoin. I mean, Dogecoin is definitely waiting for the market to catch up. Dogecoin right now still around 24 cents, looking for that push above 25 cents. It's been creeping up slowly but steady. The big breakout number is definitely the 25-cent mark. That's where retail starts FOMOing back in. But if it falls under 23.5 cents, I'm not forcing trades. Like I said, I am going to wait, let it reset, and look for that re-entry for my long on Dogecoin. And I'm definitely going to be looking for that re-entry on a Dogecoin long, because, guys, we've got multiple reasons to be bullish on Dogecoin right now. If you're bullish on Dogecoin, smash the like button. Good morning, Green Fingers. Good evening, good night. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Are you bullish on Dogecoin right now? I am extremely bullish on Dogecoin. I'm extremely bullish on XRP. And we're going to talk about why. If you're not bullish on Dogecoin, you're going to be bullish on Dogecoin by the end of the stream. 100%. So here is the lowdown, the breakdown, the shakedown. A lot of these altcoins that we have been talking about are in some really tight ranges, guys. You know that I've been watching Pife Network. Clean symmetrical triangle setups, bull flags, whatever you want to call it. These are the types of patterns that don't sit still forever. They move quickly. So once BTC and ETH make their move, these things are either blasting or breaking down. There's not going to be a middle ground. So you've got to be in and be ready. You don't want to be in the middle of the move, right? You don't want to be caught in the middle of the move. You want to be in and be ready. All right, guys, drop your favorite altcoins in the chat, and I'm going to run through some charts with you guys. I'm going to give you my breakdown on the price action for XRP, Python Network, CRO, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin. We're going to break it all down. So let's see. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We're going to dive into the news real quick, because I do want to talk about this, man. This is big. We've got a few different things here I was going to talk about. Let's see. We got Vietnam launching a 5-year crypto market pilot with strict controls. I mean, when you have Vietnam jumping on the crypto train, we're getting somewhere, bro. We're getting somewhere. Oh yeah. We won't talk about this right now, but I thought this was interesting. I thought I might come back around to this. Putin advisor is accusing the U.S. of using crypto to, let's see, to offload $35 trillion debt. Here is the juice, though. Here is the juice. Here is the juice. How are Doge whales reacting to possible Dogecoin ETF? Sentiment weighs in. Got this article from Crypto Potato. Yahoo Finance has an article also talking about this, saying there's a 93% chance for Dogecoin ETF approval this week. 93% chance of a Dogecoin ETF approval this week. How high can Doge price go when a Dogecoin ETF is approved? Let's get into that, because that is going to be the juicy details we need. ETF will launch on September 11th, marking a new milestone in the crypto fund market. Bloomberg analyst Eric Balchunas confirmed the launch of the Rex Osprey Dogecoin ETF, which will focus solely on Dogecoin. The Dogecoin ETF will be launched under the 40 Act, making it the first of its kind in the U.S. Following the announcement, Dogecoin's price saw a significant rise, reaching around 24.5 cents from the low of 21 cents. The launch of the Dogecoin ETF sets a precedent for future meme coin-focused investment funds in the crypto market. Bloomberg analyst Eric Balchunas confirmed that the first ever Dogecoin ETF will launch on September 11th. This launch comes after the asset manager's successful debut with the Solana ETF. The Dogecoin ETF will be the first fund to hold a cryptocurrency with no inherent utility. It's probably the first ever US ETF to hold something that has no utility on purpose. The Dogecoin ETF is different from other crypto ETFs, as it will focus solely on the meme coin, while the asset manager awaits approval for several 33 Act filings. The 40 Act offers a faster route to market. This move positions the Dogecoin ETF as a unique entry into the crypto investment space. The Dogecoin price has responded to this ETF announcement. Following the announcement, Dogecoin's price has been on an uptick. The cryptocurrency rose from a low of 21 cents to around 24.5 cents, pushing towards that 25 cent breakout zone. Investors are reacting positively to the news of the upcoming Dogecoin ETF launch, which could further drive its value. The launch of the Dogecoin ETF comes at a time when meme coins are gaining traction in the investment world, As the first meme coin ETF, it sets a precedent for future crypto-focused funds. The upcoming Dogecoin ETF signals that meme-based digital assets may play a significant role in the evolving crypto market. So how are Doge whales reacting to this possible?
How are Doge whales reacting to possible Dogecoin ETF? Sentiment weighs in. Is there a big strategy change among Doge whales? Over the past 7 days, the likelihood of a Dogecoin exchange-traded fund, ETF, launching in the United States has continued to increase. Considering the potential effects of such development, market participants have begun to position themselves to capitalize on gains. According to a report from Sentiment, Dogecoin whales are rapidly accumulating Doge and absorbing the meme coin supply ahead of the ETF launch. While this accumulation spree could have ripple effects on Dogecoin's value, it could also trigger the fear of missing out, FOMO, among other investors. Dogecoin ETF on the horizon. Analysts predict that the Dogecoin ETF will likely go live this week. Named the Rex Osprey DOGE ETF, with the ticker symbol DOJE, the fund is issued by the asset managers Rex Shares and Osprey Funds. Sentiment revealed that the firms are deploying a strategy called the 40 Act, which often leads to faster approval from regulators. The ETF will provide investors with a way to invest in Doge without directly owning the cryptocurrency. If approved, it will be the first Dogecoin ETF in the US, marking a huge step for the meme coin sector. As a result, there is a lot of anticipation and excitement around the fund's approval, both in the crypto and traditional finance communities. However, their meme status would likely remain intact, as Doge and essentially every asset in this sector is defined by the intentionally deliberate lack of development activity, Sentiment stated. How are whales reacting? About 3 weeks ago, when news of the possible launch began to circulate, Doge reacted positively. A certain group of investors gave into FOMO and bought the local top at the time. However, as soon as the rumors fizzled out, Doge retraced its steps until the last few days, when the likelihood of approval rose to 93%. While Doge rallied in mid-August due to the ETF rumors, whales took profits, and their transactions drove prices down. As September began, they started to accumulate again, but this time, near the bottom. One cohort that has been active this season is the group of whales holding 1 million to 10 million Doge. They currently hold 10.91 billion Doge, representing 7.23% of the token's supply. They have been accumulating since August 25 and are currently at 4-year highs. Meanwhile, since the launch of a Dogecoin ETF could open the doors for other meme coins, traders have begun to bet on newer projects. Sentiment highlighted Maxi Doge, MAXI, a satire-themed coin that is expected to fetch investors bigger gains.
Okay, guys, so I'm just cleaning up my Doge chart here a little bit because this is a great chart, but I had way too many support and resistance lines in there. Let's clean that up a little bit. And let's take a look at Dogecoin on the weekly time frame here. If we look at Doge on the weekly, honestly, guys, what do you guys feel when you look at the weekly Dogecoin chart? Because look at this. I'm going to tell you what I think. But what do you guys think? Because look at this, man. We're going to just get rid of all this, and we're going to start pretty fresh here, okay? We're going to start pretty fresh. I am going to leave some of this in. All right, so what do you guys think about the weekly Dogecoin chart here? And specifically, what do you guys feel when you look at this price action right here? Right? Especially if you look at this price action here and you go back and compare it anywhere back here, right? What does this look like? I mean, you know what it looks like? It looks like to me that Dogecoin is literally on the cusp of a massive move here. We are coiling up, closing in on what would be our previous high here, our previous all-time high for Doge at around 75 cents, close to 75 cents there. And, you know, we are just slightly below it. We are not too far below, you know, I mean, to get to our all-time high would be a 200% move. So think about that for a second. Just to get back to our previous all-time high, just to retest previous all-time highs would be a 200% move. That's 200% gains just to get to the all-time high. Right? So, with that being said, Dogecoin is going to go way past its previous all-time high. So, with that being said, we're looking at some enormous gains for Dogecoin here. Enormous gains for Doge. Once we get past the previous all-time high, once Dogecoin goes into price discovery mode, it's going to be over. And, you know, this target here, of course, is extremely bullish. Take this measurement here, take it with a grain of salt. But basically, if Doge can repeat the parabolic run from the previous bull market, from the previous cycle, then we would see Dogecoin run up to potentially $18. Potentially $18. Now, that sounds crazy, but if we have a Dogecoin ETF come into play, a lot of money is going to funnel into Doge. So Dogecoin, man, is a hell of a play right now. It's about to break a short-term downtrend. I mean, it's closing in on its all-time high. Once it does break out of this short-term downtrend here, and this pattern right here is beautiful. I mean, even the short term here on the weekly, this is the weekly, so really we're not really talking short term if we're on the weekly. Excuse me for that. We are not talking short term, but you know, this would be this measure move would put us up around, I mean, over $1, would put us around $1.15. That is phenomenal. $1.15 for Doge right there. You know, that's just barely above the previous all-time high. So honestly, for us to see Dogecoin reach some of these price levels, I mean, that's not out of reach, guys. And man, a $10 Dogecoin would just be, a $10 Dogecoin would be beautiful, would it not? Would it not be beautiful? Okay. All right. Maybe we're back. Lost Lost the microphone there for a second. Still can't figure out what's going on with that. Yeah, what's up? That one guy, ATL, MYX. Yes, yes. We are going to look at MYX because it's just going ridiculous. I don't even know. We got to look at it though. It's it's up there, man. It is up there. I appreciate you pointing that out because I'd almost forgotten. I've got it pulled up here, ready to look at it. We were just, I've been so focused on Dogecoin, man. But PayPay green fingers, yes. PayPay. Sorry. Oh wow. Real quick, PayPay real quick for green fingers. He did ask earlier and I almost forgot. You know, to the daily right here, man. Ooh, wait. Had to pull the daily chart out, man. You don't know what you're looking at sometimes until you zoom out. Let's see what we got here because you know what this could be. You guys ever seen one of these? Because honestly, it's kind of what it looks like. I mean, give or take, this side's a little bit, this side's a little bit wonky over here. You know what I mean? There's not really enough to connect it over here other than this wick right there. But that could be a diamond. We could have a little bit of a diamond top there. Oh. Uh, hold on. I'm not sure what's going on here. Hold on. I think that's supposed to be over here. Oh. Got it. Now we're good. I don't know what was going on with that. I apologize. Okay, now we got it. All right, so PayPay right now, honestly, this thing we could see a nice run, continuation out of this. Downside move, honestly, I don't think we're not going to see that right now. we have alt season ahead. I mean, it would be different if we were later in the cycle, if we were a little bit later, like another month or two into the cycle, market cycle. But I'm thinking that the bullish case for PayPay right here looks good. Shorter term definitely looks good for a breakout to the upside. Honestly, nice asymmetrical wedge triangle, whatever you want to call it, right here. Looking for that breakout of that, and you know, that would be your little short term kind of move there for PayPay, and that's from the current price is a good whopping 180% right there. Within the next, you know, couple of weeks, potentially, we could see PayPay break out of this downtrend we've been in, because you've been in this downtrend. I mean, look, since you've been in this downtrend since May, technically, right? Let's see. Good point right there. Look at that. Look at that, Green Fingers. Good point, pointing that out for me there. You know, it actually does line up. It actually does line up right there. That would make sense. Run up and test that resistance right there. So that does actually line up right there. And, you know, I like it. I like that a lot. That would be a nice move right there for PayPay. We would see, that's what, almost 600% gains. That's a 567% gain right there for PayPay. Let's look at MYX. Bro, where is this thing gonna stop? Where is it gonna stop? It may not stop. I don't know. This right here looks a little bit bearish, right? The Undertaker for shorts. it's I mean, if we don't break this top here, you know, it might roll over. But if it just gets up here a little bit, I'd say it's good to keep on going, man. It does look a little toppy right there with that M double top action trying to play out. It just needs to break this, though. Just needs to break that local, well, I suppose, current all-time high. Break the current all-time high. Get up here, bounce off of that, to avoid this double top playing out. That's right, bro. That is right, Green Fingers. That is right. That is right. So MYX, honestly, is a scary one. You know, it's pretty scary up here. I mean, you're up over 1,000%. That's kind of scary. I can't understand someone that would want to FOMO into this right here. You know, why would you want to buy in to something that is up over 1,000% right now? I don't think that that's the right thing to do. I don't think that's the logical move. logically, even if it went up more, you still would have made the right move by waiting, right? You don't feel bad if you hold out and you sit off, you hold off for a little bit before jumping in on a coin. Don't feel bad if it keeps going up, because you still made the right decision. You don't want to jump in when something is up over 1,000%. It and looks like this. You at least want to wait for this on the weekly. Wait for one of these, man. Wait for one of these. Don't get caught up. Don't get hemmed up here at the top, even though this thing is still trying to climb, it looks like. But, wait for one of these. Don't jump in on these. Wait for these. I can't catch them all. It's left me behind, Haven Peck. You will catch them, bro. You will catch them. I have faith. I top blasted at $8. It follows no rules. I mean, I'm not saying, now listen, ATL guy, I'm not saying that you can't top blast it and still make some juicy gains, I'm just saying that the logical thing to do in a situation like this, even if it still goes up, the logical thing to do, in my opinion anyways, is going to be hold off, wait a second, wait for this thing to relax a little bit. Right now this thing is tense, bro. It's just waiting for somebody to trigger a sell-off. All these people in profit see it start dipping, they're going to wipe their hands clean so quick. You're going to be caught up in the backwash, man. I don't even know what that means. I just made that up. I have no idea what that even means, bro. Somebody will get it. Maybe. Let's quickly jump over here to the news flow and just see what's going on in the last little bit. We're going to reload it just to see if anything new popped up while we've been talking. Let's see. Nothing really catching my eye. ETH MACD crossover sparks talk of 2021 style rally. Now that's catching my eye. First US DOGE ETF to begin trading on Thursday. Oh, wait a minute. So it is official. It is official, guys. Pump the likes for a Dogecoin ETF approval, man. It is official. The United States' first meme coin exchange traded fund ETF is set to debut on Thursday, marking the latest step in the expansion of regulated crypto products after the successful rollout of Bitcoin and ETH funds last year. In a social media post on Tuesday, Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Bachunas, we've already talked about that. We already know all this. Okay, so it is set to roll out on Thursday, guys. Dogecoin ETF rolling out on Thursday. Wow. And ETH MACD crossover sparks talk of a 2021 style rally. I like the sound of this because you guys know how much I love and preach the MACD, man. Ethereum repeats its 2020 breakout setup, fueling expectations of a potential major rally. Monthly MACD crossover and RSI near 52 show ETH may have more room to climb. ETH defends its 50-day EMA at $4,164, maintaining strong support across all key moving averages. Ethereum showing strong support. And the monthly MACD is going to be the indicator here. Some market analysts see as a potential turning point with the MACD monthly crossing over on ETH. Let's look at the monthly MACD real quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So absolutely 100%, y'all. We are pushing. I mean, this breakout was huge, and that's what got us our monthly cross on the MACD, right? And if you look back here in the previous bull market top, the MACD was up around, let's see, according to this over here, bear market confirmed around 748 on the MACD. You guys can see that if I move out of the way. 748 right there on the MACD. So, you know, we're still down here around pretty low, around in the 200s, in the 200 range. So obviously room to go here. I think seeing the MACD up around the 750 range could get the Ethereum price up close to our price targets. Now, that's not my only price target for ETH. That's just my permabull Ethereum maxi target, right? That's what that is. So take that with a grain of salt, although, you know, how much salt do we need? I mean, I think $25,000 ETH is actually doable. 10K, of course, is going to be your more conservative price target to go to, but I mean, this all adds up. It all lines up. It all makes sense, right? I seen that, Haven. I did see that on the news here when we, I did see that. Trump media to let Truth Social users convert gems into Crow tokens or crypto.com tokens. Nothing else over here really. Those two really the main things catching my eye on the news right there. Mainly those two things. WorldCoin also top gainer, but you know, we're not going to jump into WorldCoin. I remember talking about it back in the day and it's like, man, I don't know. I just don't think I think it's crazy. Digital ID is already you know, it's already a big thing for most people. We're just not on board with all that stuff, but that's okay. Haven says, I put my life savings and my complete Air Force military retirement pay into Crow for 4 or 5 years now. Bro, Haven, you should be rolling. You should be rolling with that Crow bag, man. Nice. Very, very nice, bro. Okay, guys, so Doge, ready to blast off, right? Crow, also ready to blast off. Pyth Network, squeezing. Pyth Network ready to blast off as well. All we're doing right now is getting a slight pullback in. Haven, man, congratulations, bro. That is amazing. That is amazing. Congratulations. Now, so we are already calling this. It's already pretty much, we know that this is happening. This is a thing now. We have a meme coin ETF, guys, in the US. We have a Dogecoin ETF, primarily focused on Dogecoin. That is, well, that is wow. That is wow. And you know, it's really crazy. So they do believe, I mean, it's going to pass with a ticker. The ticker will be DOJE. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited and I am bullish on Dogecoin. Now, if I can, you know what? This right here is honestly looks like a beautiful setup. Haven says I'm 30x on Doge, long on Doge, 30x. You know, on weeks you can trade up to 200x on Doge. Now you can only do 200x on Doge. You can do up to 400x on weeks with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe even a couple of others. But at least they do us a favor and only let you go to 200x with meme coins, right? But let's see, 50x. I mean, hey. And also on weeks, this is honestly really cool. You can get a chance at winning 0.01 Bitcoin or 0.05 ETH, and this changes from time to time actually on weeks. So on the week's crypto exchange, if you trade and get your trading volume up, you can see here you get spins. Daily trading volume at 10,000 you get a spin, 50,000 you get a spin, etc. So you can have a chance at winning some prizes, and every time you spin you win. So, you know, it might just be $1, it might be $2, could be $50, but every time you spin you win. And I have an awesome sign up link in the description and in the pinned chat, so check it out. There, the 200 is going to hold, and this uptrend will hold. I think this is going to hold, though. We're above the LSMA on the 15-minute. Typically, we're going to see that hold. Typically, we'll see this pop up here above the LSMA. I mean, even the 30-minute MACD doesn't look awful. It's right here at that range where it popped up before. So just have to see if we need another leg down to 23,486 there, or if we're going to go ahead and pop one up right now for me. Personally, 1 minute does look like we have a lot of resistance right here, but if we can get up there above that, we'll be okay. Market right now overall, I mean, Dogecoin is at resistance, guys, but I feel like we are right at a major breakout point for Dogecoin, and we have ETF news for Doge. So again, I just don't think that we need, you know, how many more times do we need to test support before we break out? I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to come down here. Yeah. I mean, support would be 17.5 cents, but I don't think we need to test 17.5 cents. And the crypto market as a whole right now, of course, obviously a little bit of mixed signal, but you know, we've got just a nice little colorful heat map right now. One thing I am noticing right now, guys, is that earlier when I was looking at the heat map, we were not seeing as many gray boxes. Now we're seeing a lot more gray, which means things are shifting from red to green for a lot of these coins. You can see Solana is moving up, BNB moving up, Cardano moving up, Dogecoin, of course, moving here. We could be seeing some of these might be shifting from green. Dogecoin, of course, might be shifting down some after this move up on the ETF news, but overall, we're getting a lot more gray boxes, which to me is a good sign. A lot of these are tipping towards green because we already had a lot of red. There was a lot more red earlier when I looked at the heat map. So to me, this is a good sign. Okay, Doge just bounced back up to my entry point. Right now on the 1 minute, getting rejected by the 200 EMA. I'm still looking for the pop out of this. I still think we're going to pop out of this. Hop in the chat with you guys real quick while we wait and see what Doge is going to do here. $27 Oz said ICT is very helpful. Strategy almost similar to SMC, except liquidities are emphasized. Haven Peck says, I'm bullish on Burns. I want to own so much crypto that in the future, even rich men wouldn't have dreams of owning the bags I do. effing, I can't talk to people about crypto. I pray to God and stack like a beast. I love it, bro. I love it. ATL guy said you're going to win. I agree. Haven, you're going to win. Check out Nobody, please. What is Nobody? Nobody. Is it on TradingView? Nobody. Let's see. What? Is this it, bro? Nobody sausage? Is that it? Bro, I can't look at this. What is this? What is this, bro? What do you got me looking at here? Anybody can be a nobody. Join the sausage revolution. Bro. Bro, what? Bro, what? It has some big relations to Pingu. Okay. You know, that video teaser was honestly interesting. That was almost enough to get you interesting. I'm definitely vibing. Look at that. you know, I kind of like it. I might have to keep up with it, you know. Let's follow him, man. Nobody sausage, bro. What the hell? Look. Well, they got another follower, man. My dirty meme coin is Slippy on what? Slippy on ETH, but they actually have an advertising budget. I want somebody's sausage cream fingers. What? What? What is happening? Oh, hey, look at it. Come on. What did I say earlier? You guys did the job, man. You did the thing. You pumped the likes, man, and it's pumping. It's pumping my trade, man. I appreciate it, bro. My mind is blown, Haven. Mine too. At this point, my mind is also blown. I don't know what's going on, man. Dude, I wouldn't waste your time. I think it's a good buy until Saturday. It's going to be all over with the fight. You know, ATL guy, bro, I agree. Anything that has exposure like this, like Netflix, I mean, it's going to be on Netflix and has to do with the fight on Netflix. So, yeah. You know, where do you even buy it, though? Have to look at the website. Nobody's sausage. Can we watch that one more time? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Here is Nobody's Sausage link tree. Here, guys. If you want to know more about Nobody's Sausage, just go to the link tree. Oh. Come on, Doge. Oh, we're at 24 cents. That means my trade is in the green. Yes, bro. Keep going, man. You got this. You got this, Doge. Now I just need you to run all the way to, let's see, the resistance is, let's see, the resistance is going to be right here from the channel. So I don't think we might go on above that. Let's see. We're getting in a nice little bottom formation here in the price action. A nice little bottom structure. Got a higher low right there. Bounce. Right? Bounce on the support of the channel with a higher low. Bullish. Even a higher high right here. We need a new higher high. So let's get on above 24.1. Let's get above 24.2. And let's keep it rolling. We'll move the stop loss up and keep it pushing. I am bullish on Dogecoin with this ETF news, man. It's, you know, even though we've already got a pump to 24 cents from 21 cents, Dogecoin is still so low. I mean, when you think about its previous all-time high, we are still so low down here in buying territory, man. Wonder what, let's see what CoinMarket has to say. Or no, let's see what we've got over here. Yeah, like I said, buy, right? The technicals over here on TradingView is giving a buy signal for Dogecoin over here on the technicals again. So, you know, I was already assuming, you know, it's going to be a strong buy for me leading up to this bullish, extremely bullish ETF news for Dogecoin. I think that for me personally, seeing crypto evolve into what it's become now from, you know, 2018 and beyond is just wild. We have a literal dog coin. We have a meme coin with an ETF launch. I mean, you know, going back to the old days in crypto, before NFTs, before meme coins, before the meme coin phase, right? Whenever it was just Dogecoin. Dogecoin was the alpha meme coin of the pack. And now we have a Dogecoin ETF launching. Oh, my, are the times a changing. Let's go, Degens. We on Wall Street now, meme coins. I love it, Haven. I know, it's crazy, honestly, to think about it. To think, man, we have meme coins. on Wall Street. Let's go, Doge. My trade is in the green, and we are looking for a run up to test the resistance of the channel and hopefully break the channel. If we don't break the channel, I might scoop a little bit off of the top right there. But as of right now, this looks very good. Up 17%. Caught that move like a boss. Honestly, broke above the 200 EMA right there beautifully. Broke above the LSMA beautifully. Bounced off the point of control beautifully. Top 10 everything. What do you need help with, bro? I got you. I got you, bro. By the way, if you are new to the channel, please don't hesitate to smack that subscribe button. Just go ahead and just do yourself a favor and just smack the hell out of it. I promise you won't regret joining us here. We're a great group of crypto-minded people. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have showed up today to today's stream. You know, every little bit of help we can get with the algorithm on YouTube means the world to me. We're rebuilding our presence on YouTube, so it's been a little rough. The algorithm kind of forgot about us, so rebuilding our presence has been a little tough. So every like, engagement, chat, comment is greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, so we hit the resistance here from that wick. Let's break that. Let's just pop that one time. And let's run to 24.2. Top 10 everything. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you very much. Okay, we popped it. Look, I told you. We popped that resistance. Now our next move is going to be this resistance over here, which we're right at it. That's right at 24.08. 33% gain. Almost ready to move the stop loss into profit. I'm going to wait, though. Probably wait till we get a little bit. Oh, crap. What did I just do there? Wait till we get it up a little bit further. Five minutes. Let's see. Two minutes until the next 15-minute candle. Right at the point of control, it looks like. We need that 15-minute candle. The next 15-minute candle needs to be above that point of control. So we need to be above 24.073 there. Donald Evans, thanks for hitting that subscribe button. Send it. Send it to the moon. Only $4. Well, hey, is it 100x? Mine is also pretty small. I'm using 114, well, 125 in margin, but of course the fees knock a little off, but we're 100x though. We're 100x with $100, man. 100x with $100 and currently up 30%. Honestly, when you're using 100x leverage, sometimes it's okay to take a small win like this, right? Because we might come crashing down back below the entry point. Look, sometimes it's good to take a small win. $30 is $30, man. But I had a plan when I started the trade, so let's go ahead and follow through. go ahead and follow through. Oh, see, what did I say though? Look what's happening. We're coming right back down. Right back down. Look. That damn 15-minute candle. Let's see if we can hold there. Let's look at the 5-minute. Okay, so look, at least on the 5-minute, what happened, we did get above the moving averages. And now our moving averages are squeezing tight right there. And you're above them on the 5-minute. If we stay above all this, is honestly another good indication that we're going to go higher. Honestly, looks like just like it did right back here. Same exact thing happened right back here. These moving averages squeezed, and then once, okay, so we got the orange crosses the yellow. Orange needs to cross the yellow. We're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. We did dump. Could have took a 30% gain on that trade right there, but you know what? We're going to hold off because we did get above those moving averages. Let's see if we can hold here, hold some support. I'm going to wait, hold off on moving the stop loss up. We're just going to hold off. Don't jump the gun yet. Dipping back below the entry, so just going to be patient, wait it out. I'm looking at this chart with my eyes peeled like, hey, I don't want to be caught missing this, right? Just keep going no matter what. That's right. That's right, man. I don't want to miss this because when it breaks this, that's going to be a trade you do not want to miss.